Hey, I'm Casey Ferris. I make videos on DaVinci Resolve here on YouTube. By the way, if you're trying to learn DaVinci Resolve, I have a master training where we go through all the basics of how Resolve works, from simple edits all the way to color correction to compositing, everything about Resolve. You can download footage and follow along. Make sure to check it out. There's a link in the description. Today we're talking about proxies. So let's say we have an edit here, and this plays back just fine on my system, but let's say that for some reason it didn't, and it's all chunky, and it's like... Sometimes if you have really high quality footage or really high resolution footage, it won't play back smoothly on your system. This is a great reason to use proxies. Proxies are just converted versions of your video that's a lower resolution or an easier to play back file format. So you can do your edit with the proxy footage and then switch it out for the nice footage right before you render. In a lot of apps, you kind of have to do this yourself, right? So you would find this footage on your system, you would drag it into whatever file converter you want, convert them all, import them, and then you'd have to reconnect the media later. All of that kind of stuff. One of the things I really like about Resolve is it has a proxy workflow built in that's freaking amazing. So check this out. Here's what you do. You select whatever footage isn't playing back very well here in our media pool, and let's right click on it and scroll down to generate optimized media. What that's going to do is convert all of this footage to footage that Resolve really likes. It's easy for it to play back. It's a nice resolution. And depending on how much footage you have, it might take a little while, but you only have to do it once. And then you can play back your footage really nicely. And then when it's done, you're like, wait, what? Did it do it? What do I do now? Well, what it's done is it create a proxy for each of these clips and then reconnect it to that proxy right now. It's already done. So this should play back amazingly and we have a good time and it's beautiful. You can do your edit and everything. And the coolest part, this is what I really like about it. If you want to switch this out with the original footage, you can go up to playback and just uncheck used optimized media. Did you see that? It's already reconnected. Crazy, right? And the coolest part is by default, turn this optimized media back on. By default, if we forget to switch that out and go to the deliver page and render our movie, it defaults to already switching out the optimized media for the high quality media when it renders. Isn't that awesome? This is the best proxy workflow I've ever used. So if you're on a system that needs to use proxies for whatever workflow you have, man, this is nice. And if you want to, you can always delete your optimized media, go up to playback and just say delete optimized media. And I'll say, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. That's why I told you to do it. And now these are just the original clips. This is kind of hard to see because the proxies default to pretty nice looking footage, but let's make this real obvious and show you the settings at the same time. In the lower right-hand corner, click on this settings cog, and here under master settings, if we scroll down, there's a part called Optimize Media and Render Cache. By default, these will probably work great on your system, but for whatever reason they're not working great, or if it's taking up too much space, or you just want to change it for whatever reason, you can change all of these things, including the resolution. So I'll do a quarter resolution just so it's really easy to see that we're doing proxies, and you can change the different kinds. I'll do DNxR, SQ, just lower quality, lower size, everything. And then I'll hit save. And now when I make these proxies, you can right click, generate optimized media. Now it should be a little bit easier to see that things are getting switched out. We'll just zoom in a little bit here. You can see it's all pixelated because it's a proxy, but if we go up to playback and then uncheck used optimized media, we can see how quickly this switches out. Check this out. I don't want to use proxies. I want to look at my awesome footage. Oh wait, I'm having trouble playing it back. Don't worry, just use the optimized media again. You can switch that out. Isn't that awesome? Pretty slick, right? If you want to learn more about editing, workflow, and such, this is where you want to be. Sometimes I play drums with my fingers. It's Wipeout. That's an older song. Some of you might know it. You experienced folk. Said experienced folk. Maybe I'm an experienced folk. I don't know.